X-Men, and actor Bryan Cranston, as you may know from Breaking Bad or maybe the more popular show Malcolm in the Middle, has met with Kevin Feige recently. But I will say, Kevin Feige does meet a lot of generic actor meetings. I don't think everybody he meets with is up for a role. He may just be meeting them to A, throw people off, or B, just to, because he has that ability to meet whoever he wants in Hollywood right now, right?
Yeah, that is interesting. You bring up a good point. I wonder how many of these meetings are just to like throw off like the Hollywood Reporter and Deadline. Like, oh yeah, you want to come in for a meeting? I know you said you never want to be in a superhero movie, but it'd be kind of fun, you know.
Can I buy you lunch? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bryan Cranston, I feel like it was so weird after finishing Breaking Bad and experiencing, like, honestly, one of the best stories I've ever watched in my entire life. And then the roles that he kind of took after that, I don't really know what motivated a lot of them, but nothing really came close to touching what he was doing in Breaking Bad. I mean, I just remembered he was in Argyle. I fucking hated that movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he does seem to always be like a villain now.
Well, I'd say he was in.
Could he possibly be a good guy?
Well, it was in. Was it Jerry and Marge Go Large? Wasn't that the couple that won the lottery money in Michigan recently? He was in that. He was in Godzilla, the 2014 movie. I'm like, I think he's split back and forth between good and bad characters. Not the quality of it, but he could be good. But he did previously in an interview say, "Hey, if you want to be in Marvel, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'd like to be someone new," but he specifically name dropped Mr. Sinister, which is very much a very close line to his Breaking Bad character, right? Instead of making meth, he's making mutant powers.
I mean, also, I would be very curious to know if somebody introduced him to the concept of Mr. Sinister, or if he read comic books back in the day and was aware of Mr. Sinister. Because, I mean, Bryan Cranston's already awesome, and I feel like if he was already aware of the character just organically on his own, he'd be even cooler than he already is.
Yeah.
But I could see, I mean, Mr. Sinister, we all saw kind of him come back into our lives with X-Men 97. So... Yeah. I mean, he's hot. They kept trying to make him happen over at Fox, and it never worked.
They teased him for years at Fox. For years, they were like, "We're going to give you Nathaniel Essex or Essex Corps or Mr. Sinister," but they didn't. But this also goes to what he said. He's like, "I want to play a character that you can't compare versions." He's like, "I don't want to be a Commissioner Gordon because then you'll be like, oh, you're comparing my Commissioner Gordon versus Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon kind of thing." So I was like, that's a fair assessment. You want to take a character and make it your own, and I would love to see him be Mr. Sinister. He could be a good guy. Could he be an Xavier if you put him in X-Men? Like if he's had the shaved head look before, and he's not overly too up there in age. Like you wouldn't bring back oh my gosh, I can't think of his name, Picard, but. Could you see him as an Xavier in that role since he's had the head shave before?
Huh. Maybe. That's a possibility.
To take away his mustache, obviously he can't, and a goatee, he can't have that. But yeah. Anyway, well, Bryan Cranston. If anyone out there has ideas of who you'd want to see him play, especially someone new who hasn't been done before, send them our way. We're interested. Moving into literally, if I had a nickel for every time someone sent me the